Hey guys, I'm esthetician Trish McCarty, and this is my two-part series on what our Sciton JouleX laser does. Sciton is customizable, so they build your lasers to order. So you can put as much into this laser as you want. And there are some people out there that claim, oh, you don't want to put too much into a device, it's not going to work as well. Well, sorry to say, this is the best laser of all time, so I don't believe that. So this does everything and it does a fantastic job. This is going to jump right into Halo. That's the laser handpiece that I probably perform more than anything aside from BBL Hero. I do more BBL Hero than anything because it does so much, as you saw in the last video. Halo helps with texture, it helps with fine lines and wrinkles, it helps brighten the skin, it evens out the tone, the texture. When I hear people coming in saying, oh my gosh, the texture of my skin is horrible, I just feel dull, like they complain about their pore sizes, like the pores are too large, I'm like, Halo all the way. We're willing to deal with the healing process because it can be a very annoying healing. It's not impossible. I'm just saying you have to be willing to go through some annoying things. So the next handpiece I would use next in line, as far as like the most frequent, would be the nano laser peel. I do a fair amount of nano laser peels. I can do those on the hands, I can do it on the face, the neck, the chest, and you can do that with the Halo as well. Nano is much faster, it's a lot easier recovery, there's not as much downtime, and it's a great refresher peel. It just gives you a little bit of something, gives you some brightening to the skin, not to the degree that Halo does, but it's still refreshing that skin and brightening up. I love to do it on the chest and the hands. I see like great results with that, just to brighten things up. It helps with fine lines, wrinkles to some degree, like I said, but Halo's your big guns coming out. Halo's going to go way more aggressive, or I can turn it down to do like melasma. So Halo is safe to use on melasma. You just have to know to turn it down and to not do too long of a treatment because you don't want to put too much heat in the skin. It also has two other hand pieces that I use quite a bit. Single spot hand piece, it just zaps single spots. If someone has like an actinic keratosis, this is going to burn it off, literally. And you can do that with sebaceous hyperplasias. And it looks like you just picked a scab off your skin for several days, sometimes 4 to 7 days. So this is one of my absolute favorite before and after pictures after I use single spot laser. Look at that texture when you zoom in. And then it is beautiful afterwards. It smooths it out so much. She couldn't even hardly wear necklaces because she had all these little growths, and the necklace would like irritate those spots, and she just was so bothered by it. But look how fantastic those results are. Like, this is what makes me a happy Trish, when I can make people feel good about themselves. And now she can wear necklaces without it irritating her skin. Like, it just makes me so happy. But it was a lot of work. Like, we had to do 2 or 3 treatments just to get that result. She was going to a dermatologist and they were freezing them off originally, but it wasn't as effective because by the time she had to keep going back and back and back, by the time she could get in 3 months to see that dermatologist, those spots were growing back and it looked like nothing happened. But when she came to see me, it's like we just blasted them. And then some of them we had to retreat because you do have to be careful. Again, you have to have someone that knows what they're doing. Because if I throw a bomb at something, it's going to leave a scar. You know, if I come in and do what I need to do, we may have to retreat again, but thank God you didn't get a scar from it. So you have to have someone that knows when to be aggressive and when to hold back, because I could literally burn through the skin and leave a dent, you know, if I'm just being careless. So you have to go to someone that actually knows what they're doing, you know, because lasers are fantastic, but they can be dangerous too. So here I'm doing a nano laser peel, but if you look closely, there's lots of little red dots. That is immediately after I used the single hand spot laser handpiece. And it looks unsightly, it looks like it would be painful, but it's actually pretty tolerable. I have a lot of people that tolerate it very well. And sometimes I will nano right over top if I really need to get more aggressive with it. So the next handpiece I would use is the profractional handpiece. I don't use it as much as my doctor does because the halo typically does what I need to do. Sometimes if someone's like, I really just only care about this spot, I don't want to do a whole halo, that's when I bring out that handpiece, because then it's easier for me to target special areas. It's like deep scarring, for example. Like someone might have like a big scar on their arm that was like a cut, and if we get into that skin with the profractional, it's putting little microscopic holes, and then it fills it with collagen and heals it, and it makes that scar a lot less noticeable. So typically I use the profractional just with scars or like deep wrinkles. The downtime with that, it looks a lot worse than halo. It looks really red and very obvious that something happened for 1 to 2 weeks. So it's not the prettiest look, but it's very effective. So the halo, it looks less obvious. So that's why people go with halo sometimes instead of profractional. There's a lot less downtime with halo. Back to nano laser real quick. The nano laser, typically it's a light refresher peel, but I can do a deep nano laser peel too. So I can turn the nano up, and it's a much more aggressive micro laser peel is what I would call it at that point. And it's very like red, and a lot of my patients would describe their skin as feeling raw, very irritated. Halo, once again, is much easier downtime and does the same thing. Micro laser peel is going to be cheaper, it's going to be more affordable, but that downtime is going to be a lot different than the halo. So sometimes I will pick tools based on budget, based on what are you willing to go through as far as downtime. All these things I consider, and that's why I recommend that you just come in for a free consultation so I can see your skin, see what's going on, and you can tell me what are your expectations. I can customize a treatment plan just for you specifically, because everybody's going to be different with their budgets, their needs, their goals, all that. I can also do virtual consultations because I do have people travel from hours away just to come see me, and so I get that you can't drive all the way here just to say hi. I get it. So if you let me know that you need a virtual consultation, I can set that up and I can FaceTime you. The ladies up front, they can schedule that as well. So take advantage of that. I'm happy to do that if we need to. I think that pretty well covers everything that I do typically. This laser still does things that I probably don't even realize. These devices are made so well and do all kinds of things. So hopefully I didn't miss anything. Comment down below any questions you need clarification on. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.